Hi, welcome back to Frame of Mind podcast. I'm Sydney Fuller. I'm here talking with my friend Trey Brown about their personal style. So we're going to get into just all the factors behind that, what influences their fashion decisions, and yeah. All right, so my first question for you is, what keywords would you use to define your personal style? So like 3 words that you feel like define that really well.
I would say bubbly, stereotype breaking, and no gender.
Okay. I love that. I feel like I definitely see that with the clothes that you wear.
That's how I feel like it.
All right, and then what influences or inspires your fashion choices? Just kind of like the main factors that you feel like.
I get really inspired. I was originally inspired by a lot of like Japanese like street like wear that people used to like wear, because in Japan people just like they kind of go all out, like they don't really care about what they're wearing. So it's like you'll see someone coming out in like a hot pink with like a unicorn like press on their like hair, and it's like
the
that's just
Harajuku fashion.
Yeah, it's Harajuku.
I know, I love.
And they just don't care. But it's like that always really inspired me when I was young, because I was the complete opposite from that, and I was like, I want to embody that in a way. So I think that definitely inspired me a lot.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I can definitely see that in your style.
Like the little things, like even this like little top, like it's just cute. Like I don't know.
Yeah. No, literally, like just looking at the like pictures of like that kind of style, I'm like, I know this is like not my style at all, but like it's so cute and it's so fun and unique. Like I feel like people just like don't care.
No,
and that makes me so happy
they don't care. And I feel like if anything, the whole point about it is just like it's supposed to be something to where like it makes people think. And it's like I love when I wear clothes that make people think. They're like,
that's so true. I feel like that constitutes a good outfit.
Like they're like, like why are they wearing that? And then it's like normally they don't do that with clothes, but it's like it's challenging the way people think.
I love that. I feel like that is very you. All right. How has your personal style changed over the years, and what factors were behind this change?
So for one, my parents used to always pick what I wore. So like I was forced to wear like Adidas hoodies and Nike sweatpants and like anything that constituted as being heteronormative, for the lack of a better term. So I guess like as time went on, I always would look at different people's outfits that I did like, and I usually would lean more towards like things that were deemed as feminine, but I always felt like I couldn't wear certain things because like of a gender lock, when I never saw fashion as a gender at all. Like I saw it as just fluid and people can wear whatever. So I guess over time, I slowly started incorporating color into my outfits, and like it slowly began to, I guess, like come out. I realized I really picked a lot of pink clothes as I got older. Like I couldn't help it. I just slowly would gravitate towards that. And I guess like alternative stuff, things that like genuinely like people have to look at, I guess, when I think about it. Because like even when I wear my all black clothes, like I used to like get like the grunge eyeshadow and like stuff where I'd be like, people have to look at me, like that's the point. And then I just loved making people be like, oh, like why do you look like that? Like
no,
like
I
you
love
could've...
that.
But it's fun to me though, because I'm like, yeah, like for the longest time I used to be in the shadows and now I'm not. So yeah, I feel like that's how it evolved.
Can you tell me about a clothing piece or an accessory that has special significance to you?
Oh, yes. I already can like tell right off the bat. So I'm not wearing it today, but there's this like pearl necklace that I have, and it's from my mom. And for the longest time when I was little, I would always watch her wear it and put it on, and I'd be like, that necklace just like to me signifies like elegance and like grace, and like whenever she wore it, like I could feel like she felt very sure in herself. And I always wanted it, but I realized I really wanted the necklace because I wanted to feel sure in my own self. So by the time she gave it to me, it was like a coming of age to where like I finally started to challenge like what like my dad wanted me to wear. And then as like a gift, because I used to like take her stuff like without her knowing, like I'd be like like I'm borrowing this, and then I would turn it back before she came home. But she noticed, because who wouldn't? And she gave it to me, and she was like, I know that you'll take care of this, and like I know it's something that means as much to you as it does to me. So that's probably like I think the biggest thing that has like significance that I can like think of.
Yeah. Do you feel like she was more like accepting of the way that you wanted to dress, whereas your dad was
Yes.
the one who was kind of keeping you in the box?
Yeah, she was. Like right off the bat, she was. And like my dad slowly warmed up to it, to where like even last year, I remember I was in a store and I was kind of afraid because like he was like, I'll buy like one thing in the store for you regardless of the price. And I saw this really pretty dress and I wanted it, but I was like, I'm kind of afraid to tell him. But I did. But before I even did, he was like, you want that black dress over there, right? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I was looking at it and I felt like it fit you. And I saw that you were glancing at it too. So then he got it for me. So he eventually warmed up to it as well.
That's good.
Yes.
Do you feel like your mom like played a part in that? Like
she definitely did. Because like she always like she wanted to know like how I genuinely felt. So like when I started showing interest in like, oh, like I like makeup, or oh, I like these clothes, like first she was like, oh, well, like she didn't know. She was like, do you think like you're trans, or do you think that's how you want to identify, or like just asking me genuine questions. And I was like, no, like I'm not trans, but I don't really see gender as like a thing. I just kind of want to be able to exist and like wear the things I want to wear. And she was like, oh, and I'm like, and look the way I want to look. And I'm like, makeup and like fashion, to me, they're just art forms. So yeah, it just that's how it is for me.
What are some staple pieces in your wardrobe? Like a couple of like pieces that you feel like you can't live without.
For one, I know I cannot live without like, so this was a recent like thing. I ended up getting these like pink and different like heart shirts to where they're like knitted on, or like hearts that are like there with like fabric. I love them so much, and like even though I don't like wear them all the time, like I always look into my closet to see that they're there, because I'm like, if they're not there, like I'll actually die, because I'm like, what do you mean?
I love having those kind of pieces where you'll like go in your closet and you'll look at it and you're like, I actually own this. You just have to like double check,
I have
like,
to gawk at it because I'm like, no, like I need it, like it's a staple for me. My next one, I have these like flare jeans to where like I became obsessed with them, and like I guess like my senior year of high school, and I wore them like every other day. I wore them so much because people got sick of seeing the same flare jeans. I'd be like, I don't care, babes, they're so
I bet they looked great.
They're like literally everything. So like now sometimes when I'm picking outfits, I'll like look at them and I'm like, I love you. I can't do it though, I need to make it different, but I'm like, if I can wear them at any chance, like I will wear the flare jeans. Like they're a must. And then last staple, it's so hard to think about. I'd say if this were me like a year or two ago, it used to be this white turtleneck that I have, but now I feel like as I've gotten like older, if anything, like I feel like my new staple really has come down to it's so weird, but like I think it's came down to just like different accessories that like I like to wear, and like it's just like that sort of thing, just like it almost finishes an entire look to me. Like if I'm like, oh, I'm in the mood to have a hair clip today, then I'm gonna have a hair clip, or I'm in the mood to put sunglasses in my hair, then that's what I'm gonna do. Like, or put my pick in my hair and be like, that is a statement. Like stuff like that. It just like, I feel like that has become a staple, where I used to not really be that big on accessories, but like now I am, because like I feel like sometimes less is more.
No, it fully is.
I didn't get that though for a while. I used to try to do everything at once, and I'm like, less can be more, babes. It's okay.
Do you feel like you have certain accessories where you're like, oh, if I want like a hair clip today, you have one that you like always grab?
Yes. So the one that I always found myself grabbing was this like pink Hello Kitty bow one that I have, to where I always would get it. But then now it's more so there's these like cute butterfly like clips with like beads, and that just makes me like happy. But I can only wear that for like specific outfits. Like it can't be for every outfit because it has a certain look, but if I will have like a pink outfit or something that's like more elegant,
you're like, I'm grabbing that.
It's my go-to because it just makes everything look really refined, you know.
Do you incorporate any trends into your personal style?
Trends?
So, which ones?
So it's kind of interesting. So I realized, but like as time went on, I very much like, I love like pink and I love like black and like alternative and like wearing things to where like it's probably not even the weather for it, but like I still will wear it anyway. Like, okay, like I kind of would like to have like fur boots when it's like the summer because I think it's camp. Like, I don't know. And I realized that kind of falls like under, if you know like Aaliyah's interlude, I think that she's someone to where she uses a lot of like alternative and like pink in her outfits, and I guess like I didn't realize it, but like our styles are kind of similar when like I dress the way I fully want to. So I guess like it kind of became a trend, but like I was kind of already doing it even before.
Okay, so you're ahead of the trend. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. All right, do you follow any guidelines when putting together an outfit? Like if you can't think of what to wear, do you have like some sort of rule for like, I don't know, how to easily put together an outfit?
Honestly, like no. Like when I like put together an outfit, I just think of like what's the feeling that I'm getting when I'm looking at it. I look at just like the overall like, I'm in composition because like this isn't like art, but like I know, but like I think of like the balance of everything. I'm like, okay, like does this really overbearing? Like what's the statement piece out of like everything that I'm wearing that I want people to look at? And then like I accessorize and pick like the rest of my outfit accordingly. So it's like I pick the thing that I want to be the focal point first, and then I style everything around it.
Smart. I do the exact same thing.
Because it's just like people notice it immediately. Like that's the first thing they're gonna notice.
Yeah. All right. I feel like, I mean, you already touched on the one girl who you're saying was like her style was very similar to yours, but the next question is, do you draw fashion inspiration from any specific people, or like do you have like celebrities or like, I don't know, maybe people you like follow on Instagram who you feel like you take inspiration from?
When I was younger, there was this guy, his name like on Instagram was like Tentacle, like Shoda, but he basically used Harajuku fashion. So like I used to look at his stuff like all the time when I was like younger. He ended up becoming my mutual on TikTok, and it was like one of the best
biggest flex.
Yeah. I was like, wait, girlie knows I exist. Like I was like, I love your outfit and your style. I'm like, girl, I made it. Like me as a child literally was obsessed with you, and now you're obsessed with me. Like, hello.
The obsession goes both ways. I love that.
It's the best thing ever. I was gagged, but I was obsessed with him. There's this girl named Exalia, and she's very cool. She loves to play with different wigs and stuff in her outfits. So it's like she'll have like hair as an accessory alongside her outfits. So like she's able to change aesthetics like all the time, but it like really works. Just see her all over Pinterest too. Okay. I'll show you her.
Yeah,
after
you have
this.
to.
She's very cool. But probably like those people I think are like the main ones. But I like take inspiration from multiple people because I mean I think there's no really set way I want to dress. Like I just want to dress how I feel, and I feel different every day.
That's true. Do you feel like you take inspiration from like seeing people out in public at all?
Not really, actually. Like, I'll, like, be like, oh my god, I love that. But, like, I don't, like, immediately like, wait, like, I need to do something just like that. Like, I normally, like, already have an idea in my head. So then if I see someone like that, I'll just reaffirms my idea, you know? I'm like, well, I already was thinking of that, but I guess I need to do that now.
Stop. You're setting the trend for them.
Yeah. I'm like, you're trying, but, like, I'm definitely gonna do it. Like, like it just happens. Like, I don't know. Like, right now, I've been very into when people have those like blouse like dresses, and then they have like the jeans that flare out, and then like I want to get more like blouses and get more stuff because I think that's like so like cunt, and like I want to do it because it's so good. I'm like, oh my god, I need them. I need to go thrifting.
Do you feel like you thrift like a lot of your clothes though?
I like definitely. I used to shop like, so one of the things I always been like, I would go into every single store. I was never someone that just went to one specific store. Like I was like, maybe I'll find something that I really love in the most obscure random place, and like then what? Like if I style it and people are like, you got that from like, I don't know, like you got that from like the dollar store or like something. I'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, damn, like I want one now. I'll be like, yeah, like I love making things that like shouldn't be like cool. But like I realized as I've gotten older, just because of money and the economy going up like crazy, and like stuff is so expensive now, like all the time. So I'm like, if I'm able to thrift it, I will, because I'm able to like get more for my buck if I thrift it.
Yeah.
And plus I find stuff that like I wouldn't expect to find at all.
I feel like whenever I thrift stuff, I end up wearing it more than stuff I bought that's new.
Because
it has so much more personality to it. Like, that's the whole point.
And that's what I love it. I love finding unique things and not knowing what you're going to find. It's like a little mystery.
No, it is.
It makes me more interested in thrifting than going to normal stores.
And I feel like even if you don't find anything good, it's
still fun.
So fun to look around. And, like, I feel like you can, like, if you're with someone else, you can just be, like, making fun of all the ugly clothes. All right, how do you adapt your style for different occasions if you're like going out or like you need something more formal or like?
Oh, okay. So when I adapt my style, especially for things that are more like formal, I think of like what is like stereotypically worn to certain events, but then like I try to put my own like twist onto something. So like for instance, like I don't know, like let's say like they're having like a formal and like they expect like all like the guys to wear like a suit or something like that.
Yeah.
I'll like intentionally get like a suit jacket, but then I'll get a dress. I'll put the suit jacket on top of it, and I'll literally like make the tie like loose, and then I'll like walk in and I'll be like, "Hey girls," and then they'll be like, "Wait, like that's kind of good," and I'll be like, "Yeah, like I follow the dress code," and I'll be like, because it's true, and they'll be like,
"You
wow,
did.
I
no
guess
one
you
can get mad at you for that."
And they can't, and it's funny. So like taking what they want from you, but then making it like your own little thing. Mm-hmm. It's like my favorite thing to do.
How do you feel like you balance like if you want to be really comfortable, like you have to like wake up really early for like a class, and you're like, oh my god, I can't like get ready today. How do you like go about that?
When like I realized that like I have like an early class, because yes, I literally had 2 8 a.m.s last quarter, and I have one this quarter. I've had one every quarter. So like the days that I know I have 8 a.m.s, like sometimes I plan an outfit in advance, but most of the time like I'll get something that's really cute, and then I'll try to have comfortability inside that. So it's like kind of like school outfits, or like more like the ones like they'll be comfortable, but like they can still be cute at the same time. So like, okay, I'll get this really, really cute top, but then like I'll intentionally wear these comfy shoes so I can actually walk. And like I'll get like these sort of more like lightweight like shorts, but like when you put it all together, it looks like purposeful, and it looks just as good. But it's still different because it's for school versus like the weekend where like I'll be like, I'm gonna wear my docs and I'm gonna wear like this, like stuff I would not wear during the week because I'm walking around too much. Like that's uncomfortable, like, you know? Yeah. But I guess that's how I balance it. I like have to take some stuff for the team. Like I have to take my L's sometimes.
So true, because like as much as it's fun to dress cute, you can't like do it all the time.
I did it every day last year, and when I tell you, it was painful.
Exhausting.
It's exhausting, and I'm like, I don't have the time for that anymore. Like I would do it, and your priorities change. Like I don't know, like last year I would prioritize how I looked like over like certain things, but like now I'm like, okay, well, I'm prioritizing my work and like my own well-being and time, my time. I'm valuing that, so that answers the question.
It does. I feel like you kind of get like outfit burnout after a while, where you're like you've dressed so cute that like you just don't have the energy, and you're like, I need to wear like
you need
hoodie
to wear sweatpants or something,
else.
Literally. And I have those days a lot now where it's just like it's comfortability, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but like I'm still fine with it. Like I kind of want to get like more like cute stuff that's like that, so then even when I want to be comfortable, it can still be cute at the same time.
Yeah. What like little predictions do you have for your style in the future? Like how do you kind of see it evolving from here? If you see it evolving at all.
I definitely can. I say like when I see myself, like especially like when I'm gonna be like an adult, like out in the world by myself, I see myself being more like refined with how I dress. So like I want to become, like I can see myself becoming more like classy in a way, to where it's like when people look, they're like, oh my gosh, like
you're so elegant.
You know,
like I can see that
like,
for you.
I can see that as me like being like, I don't know, like 26 or like something like that, like just like beginning to live my life into like my 30s and stuff. Like I think that I would do that. I would still have moments where I have like pink and I'd have stuff like that, but it would be more like refined, Because that's like, I think, like something I like love, but I don't have time for that. I don't have the time nor energy for that. But like,
no, that's so
when
real.
I'll be living my life, like, yeah. Because I mean, at that point you'll be home, and like it won't be like as like uncomfortable, and you won't have to worry about, oh well, I can actually bring these clothes because I don't have to have a dorm washer that'll mess up my clothes, so I have to bring them like home or stuff like that.
Is that like what you've done? Like leave some of your pieces of clothing at home?
I leave stuff at home because I don't want it to get messed up.
Wait, really?
Yes.
Is that like, I didn't even realize that was a thing.
Yeah.
Like the washers can mess it up.
It can mess stuff up.
Have you had stuff get ruined here?
Yeah. Not stuff I like.
Oh, okay.
So it was
that's
fine.
Really all that
like
matters.
it was kind of like, I didn't really want you anyway, but like, but it happened, and now I'm like, I have a fear, like I can't bring some stuff, like, because I have like this super like I'll take a picture when I get home, but I have this like long like black like almost like trench coat, like dress coat.
Ooh,
it has like fur at the bottom and fur like here and fur at the collar. Like that's the type of thing that I feel like I would wear as like an adult because it's like it's so foo and like bougie, but like it's still a statement.
That's so sad.
I know.
Because that sounds so cute.
I miss it so bad. Like, I miss a lot of my clothes all the time. I'm like, oh, me last year was such a weapon because I just had all my clothes with me so I could just, like, keep wearing different stuff and be like, if they just keep coming, like, you're not even an outfit repeater, and I keep trying to see if you are going to be one, and I'm like,
you're like, no, it's not going to happen.
It never happened. This year, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I don't care. I'm like, I'm tired.
No, the being an outfit repeater is real.
It's whatever.
You also like you have outfits that are like well established where you're like, I can like wear this if nothing else is working.
Yes, because you like it.
You have to have that.
It's a staple, and I'm like, people like them too, so it's kind of just like, okay, well, I can wear it. Like people can see it again.
Yeah.
Like, what's the problem?
No, literally.
I don't know. Some people just look at it like that, and I don't know why that's also a thing in like fashion, to where like people try to make that like you can't wear a same outfit like twice or da da da. I'm like, girl, like it's good. Like you can show it off again.
Right? If it's a cute outfit, give the people
and it's
what
not
they want.
dirty. Like what's the problem?
Yeah.
I don't see why that's a problem or why that's considered taboo.
No, exactly.
Like you can have plenty of clothes and still want to wear the same thing.
Right? If something's cute, like you should be getting use out of it.
Literally, but like
it's just common sense.
It's just common sense, but it's not. Like it's like a stigma attached to it. It's like, oh, like you're wearing the same outfit twice. Like, do you not have any clothes? I'm like, girl.
I'm sorry. Even if you only like had a very limited amount of clothing, like that's still not a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Like it's a good thing to have like a small group of
quality
clothing,
clothes.
But like
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking with me today. It was so nice to get insight into your personal style, and be sure to follow us.
Stay tuned for more podcasts that are gonna come at a later date.